Hi everyone, my name is Cyan and I'm going to be doing chocolate math today. This is more of a 5th grade activity, so if you are a 4th grader watching this, that is totally fine. You can go ahead and follow along and see if there's anything that you can do. So for this, you are going to need a pen or pen and paper. I'm going to be using a whiteboard so I can erase it easily for you guys to watch. And you will need 12 objects. So you can see here, I have these little pattern blocks and I have 12 of them. Now if you don't have these, that is perfectly okay. You can use something that is around your house. So if you have blocks or Legos or something like that in your house, you can use those. So why don't you go ahead and pause this video and go get your 12 objects and your pen and paper. Welcome back everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So go ahead and put your 12 objects or your 12 cubes or Legos, whatever you were able to get, in a rectangle that you would normally see, your standard chocolate bar that looks like, okay? So what we're gonna do first is you have a friend and you wanna split your chocolate bar evenly between you two. What would that look like? Right, you would just kind of split them in half like that, right? Now on your paper, write what the fraction would look like, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do it on here. Okay, so you can go ahead and show. Good, so 1/2 is normally what we would normally write, and that's perfectly fine. And the one over here we have is 6/12. Now that may look kind of weird to some of you, and that's okay, but let me show you how I got that. So, let's put our chocolate bar back together. So as a whole, how many do we have? 12, right? So if we split it in half, how many are in each side? 6. So I got 6/12. So 6 out of the whole 12 is half, right? Good job. So next, we're gonna keep our chocolate bar divided. And let's say you have another friend that comes up and asks if you can share. And since you're a good person, you say yes. What would that look like? You'd split that one in half, right? How many individual pieces would you and that next friend have? So let's count it out. So 1, 2, 3. So you get 3 individual pieces. Now, what fraction is that? So go ahead and think about it for a second and write it on your boards. Are you ready? Okay, go ahead. 1/4. Good. So let's look at that. So if we were to split the whole chocolate bar into 4s and you got 1, that would be 1 out of 4, right? Good. So let's go ahead and put our chocolate bar back together. So now, let's say you have 2 friends at the very beginning. How would you divide your chocolate bar up? Yeah, so you would just divide it like that, right? So now, how many individual pieces would each person get now? 4, right? Each of you would get 4. Now, what fraction is each friend getting? So go ahead and take your pen or pencil and write it on your piece of paper real quick. Okay. So we have 1/3, since they're getting 1, so there are 3 groups and this is one of them, or you're getting 4/12. So like before, when we took 6 out of 12, this one is 4 out of 12. Okay, good job. So let's go ahead and put, let's say our 2 friends left. So our 2 friends left, okay? And like before, you had another friend come, but you have 1/3 of the chocolate bar, and they wanted to split it up. How would you do that with your part? You'd split it like that, right? How many individual pieces would you and that one friend have? 2. Good. So now, what fraction would that one be? I know that one's a little more difficult, so let's go ahead and look at it that way. So I'll give you 1 second. Go ahead and write your answer on your board. Did you get 1/6? Good job. So it would be 1/6 or 2/12, like we've been talking about in the last couple problems, okay? So now, woo, let's put our chocolate bar back together. And so now, let's say you have 4 friends, including yourself. How would you divide it now? You just kind of split them like that, right? But you know, in the chocolate bars, how they have the lines that are already provided for you, so it's easy to kind of break. So is that what you do? What's another way that you could do it between you and 4 friends? So let's say you didn't want to do it that way, and you broke it off kind of like that. You did it that way, and you did like the sides. Is everyone still getting the same amount? Yeah, let's try it one more. Think of a weird way that you could divide this and everyone still get the same amount of chocolate, okay? So, do that, do this way, or that way. Is everyone still getting the same amount? Yes. So, let's say a friend, you divided every single piece individually. And then you give each of your friends a square. Is that still the same amount? Yes, it's 1/3. And if you put all the 1/3s back together, you get back to your 1/2. Well, thank you, everyone. I had a really fun time working on these fraction skills with you, and it was really fun. So if you do have a chocolate bar and think about how you can split that up between you and a friend, or you can just eat it. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.